what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides, and I am at the monthly Motorsports by Reeves gathering here in Tampa, Florida, walking around, and lo and behold, I came across something new and something special that I know a lot of you guys and girls are gonna love. This is that brand new 2019 Volkswagen Golf GTI, but not like any other GTI. This is that special Rabbit Edition. Let me give you a little history about the Golf and the GTI. So Volkswagen's been producing the Golf for so many years, and what I love about the Golf is that they've taken the design and they've changed it along the way, but it's still recognizable as a Golf, especially the GTI. Now the GTI is going to be that special high performance model. Now if you're wondering why do they call it the Rabbit, back in 1984 when the first GTI came to the shores here in the United States, it was known as the Rabbit. So this is something to pay homage back to that original 1984 Golf Rabbit that came to the United States. Now if you're wondering, well, does the Rabbit have all this extra horsepower and performance? Yes and no. The great news for 2019 is all Golf GTIs have more horsepower. Now before you jump out of your seat and start to cheer, it's 8 more horsepower. But what's awesome is besides the horsepower, it's going to get the limited slip differential from the Golf R and the whole brake assembly from the Golf R. So you are going to get some extra performance there with that LSD and that 2-liter pumping out 228 horsepower, but the Rabbit has some aesthetics that are different. Let's go ahead and start with the front. Now, with the front of the GTI, I love the overall styling. I like what they did with the 2018 light refresh. They brought the red trim that is known GTI specific into the headlight housing, and I love how they shaped it with the headlights. I think it really gives it a aggressive look, and it separates it from your standard Golf. And that really is the problem with the Golf getting new owners over, is some of them say, hey, it doesn't stand out. What I like about it is that it stands out just enough to where you're not going to really get too much attention, maybe some of that unwanted attention. But I love what they did with the lower fog lamps. I like how they're not trying to make these grills look like fake air ducts. Nothing fake about it. Just a nice aerodynamic treatment that is functional and also looks good. In the opening here, I like the shape of the lower grille. You can see behind there that intercooler. So underneath the hood, 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine putting out 228 horsepower. Love the color. I think it works perfect. Let's go ahead and take a look at the side of the car to see some of that Rabbit specialness. Right off the bat, I love these gloss black wheels. Nicely done with the color of the car. You can see the GTI special brakes. That red color pops well with the black and the red. Remember, brake calipers and rotors are borrowed from the Golf R. So you're not just getting only the performance underneath the hood engine-wise, but also brake-wise, and that limited slip differential. That's going to help you get the power to the ground, 228 horsepower. Let's go ahead and transition down the side. Very small things that say this is a GTI. You can see the wonderful badging. That is another traditional mark. Now with the Rabbit, the wheels, you get also the side mirrors featured in black. As we work our way back, there's that wonderful interior that is known across the lineup. I love the traditional plaid seating on those seats. We're going to bring you inside in just a few moments, so get ready for that. But as we go all the way to the back, nothing big with spoilers or wings. Very, very nice, clean hatchback wing. Now this is another Rabbit specific off the back of the car. And then just to finish out the back, just clean and simple. Dual exhaust, that's a GTI specific that separates it from the Golf. And I really just like how clean the back of the car is. Very well done. What's cool about the Volkswagen logo is that this is actually multi-purpose. Not only does it let you know it's a Volkswagen, but it also, underneath here is the backup camera, and this is how you open the rear hatch, which is really cool. But let's go ahead, instead of opening up the hatch, let's open up the hood and check out that 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine. Let's check it out. All right guys, here we are underneath the hood of the 2019 Volkswagen Golf GTI. Like I said, this is that special Rabbit Edition. This is that inline-4 direct injected 2-liter turbocharged engine. What's wonderful is, guess what? With the Volkswagen Golf, you get a choice. You could either have that 6-speed manual transmission or that wonderful slick shifting DCT transmission. This one is mated to that 6-speed transmission. Underneath all of this is going to be that limited slip differential. This car is front wheel drive. If you want all wheel drive capability, you would have to go up a notch trim level wise with the Golf R. But to be honest with you, when you ask the devoted fans of the GTI, they love this car through thick and thin, makes a wonderful balance of power. The nice thing about it not being all-wheel drive is the additional weight. But let's go ahead, we've seen the engine, let's go ahead and check out the interior of this 2019 GTI. All right guys, here we are inside the 2019 Volkswagen Golf GTI. Very familiar place. No big changes from last year because like I said, for 2018, that's where they made the changes. Look at the door panels. Now, there is a lot of black on the door panel, so I am gonna zonk it there, but I do like the silver that's been added, and I also like that red LED light that lights up, really nice with the trim. One thing I don't like, I'm gonna zonk, is the armrest. It's not like a leather material, it's a cloth. I don't like that. I do like the dash. I like the way the dash is low and it's far out. This is gonna help free up a lot of space in here. And if you've been in a Ford Focus ST or RS, that's the big complaint, is the dash really jaunts out at you. This one has been nice pushback. You can see the nice faux carbon fiber, nothing too gaudy, nothing too obnoxious. I like how slim and trim everything is on the infotainment side of things. The screen is a little on the small side, but you know what? The layout is perfect. You have your traditional dials, dual climate control, and here's really where the magic is. This is that 6-speed transmission, very short throws. I like the engagement. The clutch is ultra light. All the Golf GTI models are push button start. You got your 2 cup holders, and then yes, you still have your traditional nice e-brake instead of the electronic stuff. Check out the seats. These seats are comfy. Now, I know the plaid doesn't work for everybody, but this is a Golf specific, the GTI specific. I like the red contrast stitching. I like the plaid design. And for overall, like driving, these things, I'm telling you, they fit like a perfect glove. Why don't you come on over to the driver's business end, and I'm going to show you some of the magic over here. All right, guys, we're inside the 2019 Golf GTI Rabbit. Let's go ahead and show you some of those trim levels that I like. I like the lower sill panel down here. You can see how it lights up with that red LED lighting. I like the pedals, aluminum pedals, and I really like the placement for that heel-toe downshifting. It's going to work really well down there as you're going through that slick shifting 6-speed. My favorite thing about this interior is I love the steering wheel. I love the size, I love the shape, I like the GTI logo down here, very nicely done with the way the buttons are and everything. Love the thickness. Also, I do like the analog setup. Now, you can go higher up the trim level packages to get full LED dash, but I do like the shape of the tachometer and the speedometer. Very easy to read, well labeled. You have that LED info section in the center there to show you other features with the car. But overall, a very comfortable place. When it comes to seating, you do have a little bit of electric movability with some good old-fashioned manual, so it's a little combination of the two. But other than that, headroom and everything, that's what makes these cars so great, is driving them. Let's go ahead and check out the hatchback area and see what kind of space you get back there. All right, guys, the GTI, it's a hatchback. One of the wonderful things is you're going to get that hot hatch performance under the hood, but you also get the great usability. Like I said before, you take that Volkswagen logo, driving pleasure, you go ahead and you open up the people's car. There's the wonderful space. You can see, even with the seats up, you're going to have lots of room. It's a 60-40 split, also with a pass-through, which is really nice. And if you want to see what the seats are like when they're down, you're going to go ahead and push on the lever. You flip that down, and then on this side, you hit the other lever, and those will lay down pretty flat. The second one is obviously because the passenger seat is all the way up, but lots of usable space. You actually have a little bit more space in the back of the GTI than the Golf R because of the all-wheel drive system. Remember, you have another differential in the back. But let's go ahead. If you're ready, I'm ready to wrap this one up. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. All right, guys, it's been one wonderful day here at Motorsports by Reeves Gathering. Remember, it's the first Saturday of every month in Tampa. You can see this is another great option from Volkswagen. with the GTI. It gives you some extra performance for 2019, and with the Rabbit Edition, you're getting some extra niceties to stand out from the Golf crowd. But if these are the types of hot hatches you like to see on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in that comment section. If you have not yet subscribed yet, honestly, what are you waiting for? These are the types of cars we're bringing. Hot hatches, muscle cars, exotics, and everything in between. If you are a subscriber, thank you. Thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. So supportive, so dedicated, and I love you all, so thank you for that. Check out my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram pages, all Rady's Rides original content all the time, so definitely check those out. Merch, I know a lot of you want to help promote the channel. How do you do it? Hit the button above my head, takes you right to Spreadshirt. Anything that you're willing to do and able to do, I'm very grateful for that. Speaking of gratefulness, Big Guns McGee, Tom Moschner, sharing the car passion, sharing the love, getting the action, the angles and the action of this Golf GTI. Wish him luck for his powerlifting competition. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.